Be very careful.
Trouble.
Oh, trouble.
Back straight away. One car sliding toward the wall and stops short.
Boris said the 60 car had to race his way in.
Nothing. In the grass in the back straightaway. You all right, boys?
Caution will wave.
First caution of the day, and it looked to be as if it could have been a single car incident. The veteran road racing champion is going to run half a dozen or so cup races in a car from...
Just point out it's a lot to do with the wind, and then of course you come down Alpha Turn 2 out of the banking over there. The track really flattens out as you come down out of the banking.
Watch the number 60, bottom of your screen.
On the bottom. Wow.
It just looked like that car had that four-wheel drift up off the corner onto the backstretch.
It's almost what happened to Michael in the qualifying race when he got into Dale Jr. That thing just took off, baby. Bam, just like that.
First crash in turn 4.
Man,
and there in the midst of it sits Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch, the two leaders.
I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Tony got a little loose all at once.
Kurt Busch, the two will go straight to the garage, Jerry.
I'm worried about you. I ain't worried about that car.
That was Greg Zipadelli, Stewart's crew chief. And the strongest Chevy and the strongest Dodge in Daytona are wrecked.
Let's watch it. I don't know if Kurt got into the back of Tony or not. Let's wait till we get around here and see. Tony's car just, Tony hit the apron. He got down on the apron. He got a little bit loose. Kurt was all over the back of him, and there he goes.
Tony's dropped the window net on his car. That's a signal to safety workers that he is okay. Watch the yellow line.
Yeah, watch the left front tire. Gets it on the apron just a little bit. You see the car wiggle, and he gets loose. He's got to probably lift out of the throttle a tad. And here comes Kurt. Cannot get off of him. They make contact.
And then once Tony gets sideways, nowhere for Kurt Busch, the two to go.
What a shame.
You're doing 185 miles an hour, Darrell. The car in front of you suddenly loses several miles an hour of momentum. Was there anything Kurt Busch could do to avoid Stewart?
No, you could see he was trying to get down. He was trying to get underneath Tony to get away from him. It wasn't possible. He did everything he could do.
And remember, they had fresh tires. This is a racetrack where you run wide open on the mat. Just listen.
Just that little, you hear the throttle, and that's all it takes.
The third time today,
Rudiman.
David Rudiman crashed.
There's several more back there.
Now, this all started somewhere back about the 15th place.
Start breaking down.
Jimmy Johnson, last year's winner and the series champion, crashed.
He's okay. He's trying to get it cranked up and hopefully get it back to the pits. That's David. That's Rudiman there. In the 00, there's Tony Raines in the DLP car, 96.
Jeff Green in the Best Buy Chevy. All the worse for wear.
See if we can determine how this all started. We knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
Watch 66 in the middle. Nope, it's in front of him. It's
48 car just lost it.
Gosh.
Right. I mean, right in the middle of the straightaway.
I mean, it's almost like a tire went down or something, because a car, to make a move like that, either something broke, a tire went down, because the car didn't move like that on the straightaway. 11 car going by there, Denny Hamlin. He got damage, as we saw. Oh, there he starts way back up in there. He gets loose coming off. That's got to be a flat tire. Man, he hit that outside wall a ton.
Just nowhere for all these guys to go. There you see, they just started stacking up on the inside.
And where Johnson hit the wall was after where the safer barrier in turn 2 ends. So he hit the concrete and bounced right out into traffic. Let's ride with Jimmy.
Straight wide. Go low, go low. Right in the middle of it.
Oh,
Nowhere for these guys to go.
that makes...
Excuse me, that's David. Here's David Rudiman.
Go.
Wish I could.
First replay was from Tony Raines' car. Now let's ride in the low Chevy.
No, I don't think a tire went down. I never heard anything. I think he just got loose.
Guys, we got big loose. Got up the wall. You all right, Jimmy?
Leaders on pit road. Krista, Daytona 500. Check that 5th caution of the afternoon. Our computer scoring a little latent there. And from high above.
It's what you call a wad right there. They get all wadded up, and the 25 and the 99, and 99 gets in the fence. 26 was involved. Jamie McMurray in the 26, Carl Edwards in the 99. See Joe Nemechek in the 13 bumps into Carl, but in the meantime,
Yeah, this was not quite what brought out the caution. Watch the yellow cat car.
He gets forced into the pit lane. Here's what I don't think he realizes. He's got a flat right front tire.
150 miles an hour. Blaney is trying to scrub off speed.
And just nowhere for Ken Schrader, the 21 car, to go.
Or Boyer in the 07 car. That got to the end of pit road, he couldn't turn.
Came right out in front of Ken Schrader. Clint Boyer also damaged, and Schrader's Little Debbie's car is a wreck. Remember, Schrader and Buddy Baker were the 2 drivers to win on Sunday and then on Thursday and have a shot to win the 500. Schrader will drive most of this season. Tough way to start. Look at this great camera work, folks.
Yeah. Jamie McMurray forces Casey Mears in the 25 into Carl Edwards outside there on the 99. They get in the wall, really kind of tore up some cars, but no real damage done until the 22 gets forced on the pit road.
Yeah, Mike Wallace got into the 22 Blaney, who took evasive action.
Come on, come on. Stay in there.
Riding
Come on.
Clint Boyer.
Come on. Come on. Back off there, Rick.
Our 500.
What do you think? Oh, there's a car in trouble.
Jamie McMurray, the 26 car, bounces off the outside wall.
And around they go.
Ricky Rudd, the 88 car. Caution will be out.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And remember, when the caution comes out, at the moment of caution, the field is frozen.
What do we got? 5 laps to go, before to go this time. It looks like we may get a green-white checker here.
McMurray is done. Rudd and Earnhardt trying to make it back to the pits.
Boy, Junior's car is crunched.
We will have Stock Car Racing's version of overtime. This race is scheduled for 200 laps. But if we complete 200 laps under caution, we will go to overtime. We'll explain that in a minute. First, let's look at what happened.
I think,
Watch the right side of your screen. McMurray up high.
I think he may have got a little shove from behind. I'm not sure. It looked like that's Kenseth in the 17.
And they just started stacking up from there.
Yeah, the 88 car looked like Rudd just kind of ran in the back of the 26 of McMurray, and boy, from there on, it was on.
I think Rudd had a car to the outside. Darrell, probably not much he could do.
Probably couldn't.
The Goodyear blimp will probably show us our best angle of how this unfolded. Now watch McMurray on the left of your screen in the high groove, the purple car.
I'm pretty sure that Kenseth got in the back of him. Looked like maybe Jamie may have had to lift out of the throttle just a little bit. And here comes the rest of these guys. Like I said, we're coming to the end of the race. You don't lift now.
And Darrell, Ricky Rudd could not swerve to the right because Earnhardt was there. And they just all stacked up.
Tight racing quarters. Tight. Yeah, you see McMurray get around there with Matt Kenseth right behind him. Jamie in the 26. Smoke, and you can't really see a lot with the smoke. Car starts swerving. Oh, Rudd got hit from behind. It looked like maybe Dale Jr. lifted him up.
Even though McMurray straightens out, suddenly he's 20 miles an hour slower than everybody else. And here they come.
All you can do is drive and hope that a hole opens up. There's no stopping. You drive it to the bitter end.
There's nothing a spotter can do for you there.
No, you just got to drive through it.
Run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Perfect.
across the start
They're
finish line.
still
Clint
wrecking.
Bowyer.
They're wrecking everywhere. Boyer's on fire. Jeff Gordon's wrecked.
And they are
Montoya.
still wrecking.
Montoya, Stremme, Kenseth, Biffle, Marlin, Carl Edwards, Casey Mears all crashed on the final lap. Have you ever?
Well, a couple of times.
I'm going to repeat what I heard a few years ago. No, I have never.
I got so excited I broke the damn mirror in half.
Jeff Gordon's day ends about like his teammates.
Clint Bowyer came across the start-finish line on his roof.
I've seen fire and I've seen rain. This
Who slid across to a stop?
Well, Larry, let's see. Are they going to run these cars anymore?
They were intending on it, but I don't think many of them will.
It may be a good time to bring the old car tomorrow out.
What was the margin of victory for Kevin Harvick? Unofficially 2/100ths of a second.
I thought Mark had him. I thought he was going to hold him.
And Mark Martin, a bridesmaid once again.
He's got to be.
Who took over the seat in what became the 29 after the death of Dale Earnhardt. Stormed up the outside. Kyle Busch couldn't hold him off. He had a full head of steam into turn 3.
There was no question you were going to have to go the outside. Mark was not going to give up the inside. What happens back here is Kyle Busch gets on the apron ever so slightly, gets into the 17, and it's on from there. Look at the 38 car up on top of somebody. There's a car turning over.
Look at this finish.
And it's a drag race to the line, and we've seen Harvick do that before.
Yes, we have. You could see Harvick trying to pinch him down to keep that momentum on him.
A little side draft. Get a little side draft and try to pull ahead.
Now, unofficially, Jeff Burton will finish third. Mike Wallace will finish fourth. And the top finishing Roush car, rookie David Reagan.
Watch the 07. It'll come in here from the right. In the bottom lane. Clint Bowyer. Gets slid sideways. Whammo.
And he'll cross the start-finish line unofficially upside down in the 18th position.
On fire. I mean, that's Joey Chitwood couldn't do that.
Bowyer making a hasty exit through a small window opening. That's one of the things that's going to be addressed by the car of tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's landed back on his wheels with that fire, because he didn't want to be trapped down in there. NASCAR is such a great place. Goodness. It's terrifying.
Marlin, the 14th car, was spinning down pit road, actually hit the pit wall.
Until now, 1976 and 79 were the wildest Daytona 500 finishes ever.